to further allow that much more government intrusion into their their digital devices or the things that they're dealing with on their computers.
Well, remember that what's being talked about here is not an intrusion into someone's personal device or even their home. This is about saying Department of Defense computers are being misused to share, to spread, to access child pornography. And when you step into an office, whether it's a Department of Defense office or it's the offices at RT America.
This level of embarrassing in reality, like with proof, there's like, first of all, there's proof that you guys have such an issue with pedophilia. It seems like it's a culture of pedophilia issues. That it's an ongoing thing. Listen, I put that in there, I blast that in their face all the time. All the time. They're not gonna go into the fantasy. They're gonna damn themselves down as they try to talk about me as a middle school child. I'm like, here, reality.
America's spy satellites acknowledge viewing images of child sexual abuse during polygraph examinations. This is so disturbing. At a symposium in 2016, Daniel Payne, a top Pentagon security official, said that when workers' computers were examined, the amount of child porn I see is just unbelievable. Is this?
That's in 2016. 2018. Listen to what kind of. And I know you've seen this before, but I will never not take time to do this. I will make sure that this is repeated a billion times. I cannot let these people involved in this to not show how obvious this nastiness is.
Exploitation of children through pornography, horrific crimes. The notion that the Department of Defense's network and Pentagon-issued computers may be used to view, create, or circulate such horrifying images is a shameful disgrace, and one we must fight head-on, Spanberger said in a statement. According to child pornography watchdog Internet Crimes Against Children Child Online Protective Services, the Defense Department network consistently ranks in the top tier of Internet service providers for trafficking child pornography.
Understand?
It ranked 19th of nearly 3,000 networks surveyed in 2018.
We heard 2016, what this man said. 2018, the ranking, which was consistently high in the prior years. You have this trash that are living life countering reality while manipulating you in these disgusting ways, but the humiliating reality. What they do is simple. Let me just repeat that. It's not simple. It's easy for the evilness they do. I mean that they can do these horrible things to what's happening to my body, and they are very safe. They are very safe. Not only that, it's not about safety, but it's like they can really easily detach themselves from what they're really part of. They're doing that in the pajamas. They're doing that in the comfortable. Like, it's just so easy to do. It's the worst of the evil. Cowardness is very much. This technology can do things to you remotely. They don't need to be present. So anybody can partake, and you can hear them talking in the fashion they talk to you, as if they're some kind of fierce human beings. But when the truth is, they're just doing this in this comfortable way of doing things. I mean, look at this. Do they look like they're... Look at this. That's the comfort of the level of comfort for the evil things they do. But they can also, they have to dumb themselves down. They know these entities that empower them to do these evil things in this comfortably way are the pedophiles. And this their job is to make you acceptive of the manipulation this trash do. And I put that in their face 24/7. You know how provoking it is to them? Because they wanted to paint this picture like we are this protected, our kids were mapping together. They were even right now they try to come up with ways to counter reality. While you hear this bill that was created to try to limit the amount of child porn being trafficked using governmental devices, such as the DoD computers and network. Do you understand? They are literally reconstructing your brain. Your brain is being manipulated. Matter of fact, my brain, my skull looks deformed. It looks different than original. I didn't have this bumps and things like that. My brain is literally even physically changing while doing that to you. And they're like, now we mapped it to you as a kid. While you hear this trash ass. But the reality is pedophilia is utilized to break people down. It's a tool. They weaponize this pedophilia tormenting to break you down, to break your self-esteem, to break your self-image, to break who you are as a person. And then play these freaking like protectors, and they are surveilling the trash us. These clowns, when in reality they're the one creating this reality, these manipulations, and then make you look like you're the one who's a threat, when the reality they work for fucking pedophiles or governmental entities with a lot of pedophilia issues, and they create the threats. They're the one creating your threats. Those mass shootings. It's because trash like them were provoking to the point of these people losing their mind and killing. Well, this play the clown trash. The mass shooting is because people like that are making them people get so like angry that they lose their mind and become a threat. Trash like that. And when these people get angry and lose their mind, oh, this is another people who are gonna get shut up. It's nasty. But every day I have to make sure that I bring reality back in the right perspective. And that's why I don't care making the same videos a million times. And they've been humiliating. They've been humiliated in so many horrible ways. Listen, they still try to present themselves as this like famous, like thank you God. When people, for target individual, please express yourself, because it breaks their facade. Women like this woman saying this.
But I was going to be shot in the face. And it was an older guy. He was like really, really disgruntled and pissed off. Yeah, she was shot in the face. It sounded like an angry ass old person. Then a couple of days later, a female said the same thing. Oh, shot in the face. Stupid shit like that. But what I really noticed is, with the voices go, it's a bunch of females. And I'm like, bro, really? You're not a woman. What real woman?
Some of them, there's a bunch of female-sounding trash over there. Just unimpressive shit. The fun space, and we have to. They're really in their mind, because they have nothing to show for. What this is to them is like an easy feeling of empowerment, and they make themselves believe they're like some kind of like warriors. It's like, oh my God, it's so disgusting. And you should see how they act, as if they're like in a special mission and they're going after this target. That's like, we're just regular people. They walk like they're going to gay like Osama bin Laden or something. While you're out here doing your laundry, while you're here eating your dinner, you see these people walking, and they make themselves sin, instead of like being like like smooth. Did you walk? It's like, oh gosh, you're such a fraud. You just try to present that image. You just try to make yourself look like you just, oh my gosh, we gotta send enemy. These people are, we're nobodies, and I'm not saying that to minimize who we are, but it's just, we are here in our office, in our cubicle. We're out here having dinner. People walking,
stalking the female, or sit back,
walking as if they just like, oh, we got this top tier, this top. They use the word top tier because they're ranked top tier for child porn trafficking, but you know how they try to project reality. But they have this like terrorists that this dangerous. They do that to housewives. They're clowns. That push people to suicide. But that's the thing is, the people who some of the people don't just kill themselves, they kill others and kill themselves after. And while these nobodies are here pushing people in that insanity, but like I said, this is easy evil. It doesn't take much. I heard a childlike person say, "You tell me how I'm gonna kill myself." If you hear this person saying that to me, you know this person can kill herself in 2.5 milliseconds. Very unstable. For me, at this point, if I kill myself, it's because I've been tortured to that point. But there was a time I truly wanted to kill myself, because I was like, I'd rather die than turn into whatever they want me to be. I wrote a suicide letter and everything else. You know what saved me? Truly saved me? It's the testimonials of so many men and women, especially women. I was like, what? I cannot, I can, what? How can I be so weak and break down? But listening to the testimonials of so many women and vulnerable people, and like me, I'm not even a year in of these manipulations. And I'm already suicidal now. After hearing this testimony, I was like, I'm going to do my best to not even go there. Now, at this point, if something happens to me, if I kill myself, please understand that I've been really tortured. Not only psychologically, but physically. I'm in pain that's ridiculous. That's not, at this point, it's not even killing myself. It's being tortured to death. But before that, I truly was suicidal. Just because the thought of this nasty manipulation is disgusting, and I don't want to be I don't want to be conditioned this way. I don't want to turn into somebody I'm not, and I'd rather die. I heard the testimonials of women talk about the same things, pedophilia type of torture, going on for years and years. I'm like, what? I'm like less than a year, and I'm already thinking about killing myself. No. So today, I expect very bad torture. And in that case, if that's what pushed me to kill myself, that's different. I was just killed. It's just the pain was just too much. But this trash here, like nothingness. I mean, these people, nothing. Weak as it gets. Talking about you kill yourself. I mean, I've met perps who take antidepressant every day. And if they miss that, they can really have some real serious suicidal thoughts. Every day they have to take it. This antidepressant saved their life. But they could be participating here saying this whole thing. They kill yourself while they're popping their antidepressant. I've met really saying, thank God that I need to this medication to live. Antidepressant. Now, I'm not saying all of them are like that, but I'm saying that it can be to that level of mental fragility. This trash could break themselves. I'm not even talking about physical, because they make me think of the guys and whatever. Even them. And they could break down in 2 seconds. You can imagine this trash involving this, not being put in this program, they will not last a second. I think the female will probably be stronger. This trash, especially being involved in this foulness, oh my gosh. They'll jump immediately. I rather die, but then live the life these people live. But they keep telling me how I'm gonna be their females once they. And guess what? The magical part is they're gonna use their children to frame me. You understand? The future of that child is fucked. I'm sorry for the language, but they're screwed. It's over. I know they try to like. For me, I'm like, go ahead, please do that, and it's mean-spirited. I shouldn't be saying that, but
I was going to be shot in the face, and it was an older guy. He was like really.
I don't have sympathy for them and their children at this point. I'm just gonna be their prophet. Go ahead. See, groom this child like this. The parents watch this trash grooming. Yes. Watch the future of this kid after I'm gone. Watch. This trash working for governmental entities where pedophilia is such an issue. They're passing bills to try to limit the amount of child porn. Look at this shit. They'll never have their own kids do that, but get your dumbass kids in it. You know, for me, it's also been a disgusting psyop, which is, wow. This like white, liberal, female gendered, that try to that present themselves radical, but they're such clowns. Radical, you can't even say Roy Moore. You can't even say Roy Moore. The timing when I cannot pay attention or I'm not paying attention, when I'm kind of like in a trance state. But Roy Moore, one of them tried to be so strong. It's like Roy Moore. Or for example, while I'm speaking right now, I'm focusing on that, they could say it. But when I say, hey, say Roy Moore, they made this man such a mystic being. A man who allegedly pick up kids, which is that's another provocation for them. It's like, that's right. Mystic of make this person allegedly picking up kids as young as 14 years old, as 35-year-old, as a mystique for you guys. You guys should create your like a shrine for him. Roy Moore. They say it again when I'm thinking about something else. That's how I can do it. Well, I'm like, hey, say Roy Moore. No better. Time it right. Like a true bottom feeder that you are. Know your fucking position. You can't say his name, Roy Moore, without timing. But you know what they're saying? Once they frame me, these people who are going to torture me will say it. You see how brave and radical they are? Wow. This is human trash. And I'm glad I'm here to make sure they're low. You're nothing. You truly are not. You can't even say Roy Moore without timing it right. You see how I can say Roy Moore? Say it. No, you know better. Better follow this pedophilia lines. But hey, you become gods. These losers. This trash. That have made a pedophile or somebody who allegedly is a pedophile, a mystique being, that they can't say his name unless it's said at the right time. I want nothing but this low life this nasty life for the rest of the life, and groom this shit. That'll be the future of this nastiness that will be torturing children. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that these men that people can make fun of in this way, as the way they talk to me via this V2K. Wow. You think it's about, you see who's talking about first of all. Oh God, Jesus. I understand why they want to be remote.
And go a food court. More. Moore even went to the mall to get into the holiday spirit. One woman recalls that she was 14 and working as Santa's helper at the Gadsden Mall in 1977 when Moore first spoke to her and told her she would look pretty. 2 years later, when she was 16, he asked her out on dates. He hit on one of Santa's elves. Well, a true evangelical, he's putting the Christ back in Christmas. Wow. And it wasn't just the mall, folks. One Alabama journalist claims that Moore was also banned from the YMCA for his inappropriate behavior of soliciting sex from young girls. And don't forget, he did that while he was assistant DA. The assistant. And go a food court.
You hear how they make fun of him. These people, I say Roy Moore. You understand how bottom they are? Bottom feeders. Bottom feeders. I'd rather be a bottom, like they talk about sexually, than a bottom feeder. And you will think when they interact with you via V2K, these people are such like fierce being. I was like, you little bottom feeder. You can't even say this name. Trash. They empower these pedophiles, empowered you, and now you feel like you're some kind of villain in your movie. Dumbass trash. Nasty low life involved in a program that even burned babies' genitals. You fucking trash. These people are nasty low life. Then you see them, you look at they don't even want to look at you. They're looking out as if they trash. Out here burning women's genitals and doing these horrible things to women and children, and then try to play these games. They're gonna make the mistake for me. It's like they're gonna come in, try to stay in character, and I'm gonna be like, nope. No, this is not to make believe. Like you said, this is not fantasy land. This is reality. I know what you're involved in. I know who else is suffering. I know the babies, the women, all of that. I know the mass shootings. I know you're involved in that, you piece of shit. I know what this is about. I know the reconstructing the brain, the rewiring the brain. I know, you piece of shit. I know how you make the brain react to things. I know that's your job, you piece of shit. You're not gonna act your way into this. There's no, you can trash. Let me, matter of fact, let me just take a picture of your trash so I can be like, hey, look at this trash, involving all this nastiness. Look at what this trash looks like. Look at these clowns and this disgusting trash involving a program that does these things to women and children. Who saying that they make my brain be a brain of a child like this. This trash that are renowned to do this kind of things.
It is dramatic. It's somebody trying to end my life. It's somebody trying to end who I am as a person. It's somebody trying to take over my mind. But he thought of it. Like, this disgusting things.
That torture children in these ways.
Right after I saw this child being suffocated,
7 years old.
Then I began to experience very extreme suffocation all day, every day, for about 2 months straight, and that's also when they made it worse when I eat. Then I also work with a 4-year-old little girl with Down syndrome, as well as her 5-year-old sister, who also has Down syndrome. I observed both of these girls suddenly grabbing their genitals in pain and verbalizing, "ow." I observed this at least on 1 or 2 occasions for each of them during their separate sessions.
You heard a 7-year-old be suffocating, who's forced to gasp for air. You heard a 4-year-old with Down syndrome and 5-year-old with Down syndrome being sexually tortured. You heard a trans woman, saying how they're changing who this person is. You know how they try to respond? They use this childlike people, and it's so childish too, and it's failing. It's like, there's something. Try to annoy me. It's like, yeah, okay, please do that in front of me. Please do that.
Hey, I just woke up after a pretty rough night. The same thing happened last night as the night before, which was whenever I was trying to go to sleep, the private parts of my body began being burned again, and
please see the mistake you're gonna do, and they're gonna have this like walk. I'm like, I will be quick. I'll be on the call. Say, hey, Megan, this is the woman who just genitals burned. How's the 4-year-old and 5-year-old Down syndrome? Are they okay? Yeah, just say Roy Moore is trash ass. And I'll be like, hey, yeah. So, end National Defense Network abuse what? Trash ass. They use this illusory of cowardice. They tell me I'm gonna be I'd rather get knocked out. Trash. You watch, right? As the brave human being that you are. The embarrassing. Look how embarrassing life is.
This is a common breakdown tactic of belief systems and the human will. In no-touch torture, the techniques are more psychologically specialized for each target. Most common examples include homosexual targets that are forced with voices that are derogatory to their lifestyle and similar mental images. Almost all targets are forced to view child pornography in their minds, and vice versa.
I will never let this trash live this fantasy. These foul human beings. And they use childlike people. It's such a...
It's what is referred to as malodorance. This is the alteration of the smell sensation, so that I am often made to smell various things, including smoke, burning, dirty diaper, or baby powder, which they sometimes combine with the pedophilia type of torture, including the...
You understand what I put in their face? So now I'm hearing this purpose, like, you're gonna be their fantasy. It's like, I'd rather be their fantasy, buddy. I'd rather be their fantasy. They're these people's bottom feeders.
Why are so many
Right.
pedophiles allowed to be given top-level security clearance? Remember, these aren't just people walking in off the street and saying, hey, can I get hired, can I get a job? You're put through an extremely rigorous background check screening process. It's called an SSBI, single scope background.
The CIA raping children and sexually assaulting children, and they're not being prosecuted? What?
I'd rather be their fantasy than bottom feeders for this trash. To feel like God, some losery or from trash, who wanted to play this radical femme fatale when it's a coward torturing women by burning their genitals and burning kids and torturing children. Death comes to all of us. You're just a bottom feeder. Thank you, God. I could have grown up doing the shit that you do. Maybe I think I'll be their fantasy. That's how they talk, to try to agitate me. Now we prove the fun, clown ass. Try to talk about a child while they're out here doing these horrible things to babies as young as 3 years old, sexually torturing them, harming their genitals, just like you heard that woman, what she's going through. Working for governmental entities that are so pedophilia-centric, they're asking the question, why are they hiring so many pedophiles? Distressing. Yeah, be their fantasy. I'd rather die in hell. I'd rather get my throat cut in pieces. But trash, you lived a life being a bottom feeder for pedophiles, and I was able to show that. To all my target individuals, stay strong.